The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming. All day.
Hey, alert!
Check 3. Mike 51.
Hit. Watch it. Takes 3. 218, chopper.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Third and 7.
Here we go. Left 80!
Yeah. Tight end left. We got 4. Watch 1 and 2. He's coming off the edge. Watch him off the edge.
Flex!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here we go. 180!
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
319!
Check tight.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease. And
the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, they were so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effect of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, but maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Nick Bosa on the stop. It's a gain of 1 yard. And it's third down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Hits by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, box truck.
51's the mic.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Hey, let's go.
They'll run on first down. Coleman, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Hey, watch the slant.
13.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brings up third down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Coleman. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Got you. I got you, son.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
With 18. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Nick Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Returnable here for Davis. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Rodgers going to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 2-yard
line. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
That's the one.
Chad 300. Chad 300.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up into this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 80. Chad. 21. 21.
From the 35 on second down, Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Here we go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Block.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 49ers, 35.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Rodgers. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He can't hang. 21. Here we go. 36. Kill. Man. Kill. Man.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring in on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 40.
A gain of 21 yards.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Tackled by Quan Alexander. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second down, it's Coleman. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. An 80-yard touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is punch.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Let's get it. No. 319. That can be trash. Let's go.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught here by Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Packers.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And a Packer first down.
Rodgers now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 2nd and 16, Rodgers steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the out, watch the
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. We saw a number of good gains earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the Packers' 32-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Coleman now. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
check. 93's the mic.
Back to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Open man is Allison, complete. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Back to throw, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 30-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that's going to tie things at 20. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, boys.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 32-yard line. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
On first down, here's Breida. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On second down now, it's Coleman. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Check 99.
12.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. First throw of OT for Garoppolo. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the 49ers, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.